about them Hoosiers?
Hoosier?
Hoosiers? Let's go. Nobody believed in you. Nobody except me and Pat McAfee. Oh, what a game. Honestly, like that was a really good game. I mean, I wanted to watch the Red River shootout, but I couldn't pull my eyes away from Indiana, Oregon, and nobody believed that they could go into Autzen Stadium. If I want any replays, chance, I want the replays of Chase saying, "No way are they going to go into Autzen Stadium. Not a chance. Not a possibility in this or any other known universe."
I think you're stretching my words on that there, but I definitely didn't believe in them.
Oh, but they did. I'm not saying that it was a dominant performance, a blowout, or anything like that. But Indiana is as real as a team gets. I still like Oregon. And Oregon looked solid for a lot of this game. This offense by the Hoosiers, though, man, they don't make mistakes. And on plays that a lot of teams would consider risky or taking a shot, they just execute at every single turn. They had like a hard time against Iowa, but they still won that game. And you can't be perfect all the time, but man, 30 to 20, 30 points against this Oregon team that had prided itself on beefing up its defense or in the offseason, and an offense that had looked just as electric. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a much more high scoring game. I thought that this was going to absolutely come down to the offenses, but Indiana's defense showed up. And I'm just extremely impressed. I mean, Indiana is 4th in the nation in defensive scoring. Like, it's this is as real of a team in every phase of the game as anybody out there. And I am glad that they are ranked number 3 right now. Maybe it is still a little bit generous, but I don't know. They got a solid resume. They just got one of the biggest road wins of, I mean, maybe one of the only bigger road wins right now in the country is Alabama's win at Georgia. But I think that this was way more unexpected. And now they've got, I mean, Michigan State, UCLA, Maryland. I mean, the rest of their season is extremely doable right now. UCLA, funny enough, is looking like their biggest competition right now just because apparently they can win games by 1,000,000 points all of a sudden because apparently their offensive coordinator is just an actual prodigy genius that can turn this team around. But their schedule is real doable. There's a very real chance that this team runs the table through the entire Big 12 the rest of the year, and that it's Indiana versus Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. And what a glorious day that would be. You know what would be even more amazing is if Ohio State loses to Michigan again and then loses the Big Ten championship back to back. Now, because it's Ohio State, I can almost guarantee you that they could end their season that way and still be put in the playoff.
Win.
Yeah, but
I mean, there's a couple things that people should be paying attention to. First off, what team went to Oregon last year and couldn't pull it off?
Ohio State.
Barely.
Yeah, and barely, yes. And there was some shenanigans. But Indiana, they put them to rest. The whole time I kept texting, it's like, okay, fourth quarter legs. This is when it happens. This is when Oregon pulls away. And Indiana didn't let them pull away. I mean, they
pulled away.
Yeah. So that was super impressive. Indiana last 2 years, Cignetti, he has more top 10 wins than James Franklin ever did at Penn State.
Already.
Crazy.
With a lot less talent, too. He has, I believe, 0 5 stars, a handful of 4 stars, and mostly 3 stars. And
like 4 stars, yeah, something like that, some crazy, or maybe even 13, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. The big thing that has been holding Indiana back in critics is they haven't played anybody, they haven't beat anybody. Well, now they've beat up people. I mean, they equally deserve to be third in the country, in my opinion. They're good. I have no complaints. I mean, they're doing it. I mean, they played a little close to Iowa, but when you blow out Illinois and you do what you did to Oregon, you can have a game.
I think none of us are riding high on Illinois anymore, but that's still a 63-10 victory over a conference opponent when they were playing at their most confident. Like, they're not who we thought they were, but they're still not a pushover team by any means. 63 points against a Power 5 opponent or Power 4 opponent. I don't care who it is. Like, good on you.
Yeah, Indiana is an easy team to root and cheer for this season. They deserve their flowers right now. Good on them.
This is definitely a better team. Absolutely a better team than they were last year. Last year they had no ranked victories at all. And frankly, like, we could kind of tell that their 11-1 was not super legit. And that was shown to us in the first round of the playoffs. But this is a vastly... This team this year would play the pants off of last year's Indiana team.
Yeah. I do have...
And I liked last year. Curtis O'Rourke was a solid quarterback.
I actually do have a bit of a different take than you guys on this. And it might not be in the way that you think it would be, seeing as how I stood on them the rest of the year. But I think that was a dominant performance from Indiana. I don't think Oregon really matched up with them well at all. I think Oregon looks bad, like not bad, but not where they're at right now. I think they're just, their schedule might help them out. I mean, USC is probably the best team left on their schedule, but I think Oregon's a weaker team than they were last season, which is weird with how much money they put into their team this season. But I think Indiana is much better than they were last season. So this is a bit of a controversial take here. I think Indiana should be either number 1 or number 2 in the country right now.
Well, you can't discount Miami.
I can't discount Miami, but I would put Miami at 1. I'd put Indiana at 2. Ohio State has no fucking reason to be number 1 right now, except the fact that they're pretending like last year is this year's team. Is they're saying, oh, they're the defending champs. We haven't done that in the past. You know how many times a team comes in? I mean, even at the beginning of the season, they were ranked 3, and they were like, "We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. That you have to knock off this team." Who have they played?
They've literally they're 6 games into the season, and they have not played a single team that's worth mentioning.
Texas team that was atrocious at the beginning of the season. We'll see how that turns out for Texas if they start stepping up and start looking better. But the way they've looked the weeks afterwards, that was not a good team you beat. Then you beat Washington. That's arguably your best win of the season. Washington was undefeated. You went on the road and you dominated them 24-6. Solid win. And then you beat Illinois, who I've been saying since the Indiana game that they are overrated and they should have gotten the same treatment South Carolina got, which was unranked instantly. And they brought them back in because of a 2-point win over USC at home. That shouldn't have been a 2-point win. It should have been a loss. But that's neither here nor there. It's the end result's the end result. They got that win. They should be 3-loss, but they got that win. I think Indiana should be number 2. I think Ohio State should be 3 right now. Arguably, A&M should be 3 and Ohio State should be 4. But
that was the only other thing that I was going to say is this top 5 outside of Ohio State. It's so colossally infuriating because 2, 3, 4, and 5 have stacked resumes right now, and number 1, who cares about what your resume is? Because there's a serious possibility. Texas is definitely looking better right now, but there's a very real possibility that Texas blows 1 or 2 more of their games. There's a very real possibility that Texas finishes this season unranked at 8-4 or ranked like number 24 or something if they are an 8-4, because it's a Texas 8-4 is still going to be ranked higher than most people's 8-4. Don't get me started. And so your win over number 1 is going to end up a win over the number 24 in the AP poll, maybe. And that's your best. You're 12-0. Like that's the Big Ten. That's the Big Ten. It's so big.
Put resumes right there and you just didn't show the names, Ohio State would probably be 5. They wouldn't be up there. They'd be getting treated like people would think that their resume was Indiana's resume, and they would rank them as such. It's ridiculous how it's being ranked right now.
If I was a Miami, Indiana, was it Ole Miss and an A&M fan right now, I'd be furious. I'd be fuming right now to see them up there. There's no reason for it. Hence, the number one worst fan base.
I wouldn't put Ole Miss that high, but yes, I get it.
But even if you wouldn't put him that high, I'm still upset that Ohio State is over me. Because Ole Miss does have a better record or a better strength of schedule looking right now than Ohio State.
They might be about equal.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, let's. I'm down to keep rooting for the Hoosiers. I love to see it. I hope that they keep balling out, and I think they got the makings to do it. It's only gonna stop if Kurt Cignetti ever smiles. That's when they're going to lose their first game.
He smiled a couple times. He smiles more than Nick Saban. I'm telling you that right now. He smiles more than Nick Saban. So,
yeah, that's a low bar.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That was week 7